Welcome to the 2025 season of F1 Manager, bringing Lance Stroll to champion of the world. After a difficult start in race number 1 of Australia, we are left a little bit red-faced as Lance Stroll smashed it to bits, the car that is, and then spun it in the race. A miserable start to the season. But here we are then at race number 2. It's a quick turnaround and it is China for this time round. Hopefully we're going to go and maybe get a little bit better. You can see we're ranked 14th and 16th. It's not too good. We've got parts being designed. We've got everything that we can pretty much do and everything ready to go. The only thing we can do is release our inner Adrian Newey and try and target, really, some high speed and dirty air tolerance. But who knows? Can China lead the way? Well, let's find out. We're going to go for 16th overall. This is in the 2025 mod with probably representative times. Rank on the grid, wow, 13th. I'm going to go sort of medium 15th. But here we go. Season preparation well and truly in the depths. Race 2 is from China. Let's see how we can do. Can we sneak some points? So we also have our first sprint session of the calendar. We are at China and we're going to manage this session. Q1, can we get the cars into the top 10? That is what we've got to really hope for. We're going to send nice and early because we need to get a clear lap in here. So medium tyres we go. Alonso and Stroll, let's get them on a lap time and just get the first lap out of the way as we now start and lock. He's locked up already. He's only just started. How do you lock up the warm-up lap? My man, what are we doing? But there we go. You can see into turn 1 with Stroll. Alonso, oh no, he's got a little bit of traffic. That's never good. Maybe we should have waited to send them out, but we are away. It is a purple sector. You can see the time lost, 24.3. It's only 2 tenths. That could mean that Stroll's time was really bad. Who knows? But where are we going to put ourselves? What is our opening laps going to be? 28.3 versus a 28.5. These two now evenly matched as we go down the straight. And it will be Alonso getting a nice little tow from his teammate. As we've got a bit of traffic in there, one of the RBs. But as we come through the final corners, first lap time is about to be submitted. It is a 1:33.6 and a 1:33.1. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're going to have to go again. So here we go then for our final lap of SQ1. Alonso and Stroll. Alonso currently through, Stroll not through. So this is going to be interesting. Stroll's going to have first bite of the cherry as we go around in SQ1. Hoping to drag him out and through. Let's see and keep an eye on the lap times. We need to see greens. We're on used medium tyres. We need to see green sectors though. Let's Stroll has not improved. 24.2. And Alonso with a 23.9. Great start from Fernando. Can we keep this up though as we come through the middle sector? Approaching now the sector 2 timings. And Stroll not improving again, 28.5, but a 28.3 for Alonso. Going a lot quicker. He's almost about 5 tenths up. He's flying, Alonso. Stroll, our world championship to glory, is not looking good here. Stroll could be out again in SQ1 as he rounds the final corner to the line. He is not going to improve. Alonso is in 10th. He does improve. And it's another early exit for Lance Stroll. Again, only 19th. That is a shocker. What is going on with Lance Stroll? So we have improved in SQ2. I haven't brought you the lap yet, but he is up to currently P8 for Fernando Alonso, showing that there is performance in that car. But can we continue that performance and get Fernando into Q3, SQ3 of all? So as we go on board in SQ2, sun setting in China, can we go ahead and pull one out of the bag? We're going to find out one way or the other. 6 tenths to pole. Lawson out front with Piastri, Russell and Verstappen and Hamilton all within a tenth. Very close. Norris currently out at the moment, but Alonso 23.7 in the first sector. And he is now P10. Through the middle, goes green though, 28-1, decent middle sector. We are just about surviving. What about around us? Antonelli has dropped us in. We are now dropped down to 12th. We've got to find about 2 temps on Charles Leclerc, 3 temps on Albon. But can we do it? Can we get to SQ3? Fernando Alonso to the line. Oh, he just misses out by over a tenth, just under 2 temps. Alonso can only manage P11. It was a valiant effort, but sadly, P11, Fernando Alonso is out. Hamilton took SQ2, and for SQ3, Hamilton is on pole for the qualifying done for the sprint race in China. So, we're going to be racing for, hopefully, a bit of a ego boost, let's call it. We can't really run the soft tyres. It's going to be medium runs. We're going to go attacking off the start. And we've got Alonso in a decent position up in about 12th, 11th place. Stroll, he's just not really had it, has he? Not really had it at all. But let's go racing for the sprint. Where can we finish? Can we get a point on the board? And lights out. Here we go in China. Sprint racing. And Alonso already up to 10th place as we go on the sort of helicam. Above, and beautiful start by Fernando in 10th place. He's already got Albon, and he's already got a look at Liam Lawson. But he's just going to get pinned by the McLaren. And on exit, he's going to try again on the inside. And he can. Can he? Yes, he can. We're up to P9. What a move by Fernando Alonso. Stroll not bad either, coming up to 17th now. What a move by Fernando. And we are comfortably now pulling away from Lawson. Famous remarks. He'll quickly probably come back. And it is a great start. Alonso 9th. Stroll is okay. He's up to 17th. There's a lot of work to be done with him. But we've got to settle down nicely and see if we can just keep up the pace. We're going to go a little bit of balance. We want to just not lose too much time here. Maybe stay a little bit aggressive. And with Stroll, we go on board with just right now. Let's go aggressive as well. And he's got a move on Yuki Tsunoda, who thought he should have been in the Red Bull. And he's not. But has he got a point to prove? Yellow flag is out though. But that is quickly ended. It was for Behrman lock-up on turn 9. And now Alonso is under pressure. We told you that Red Bull will come back. Didn't take long. Only 1 lap. And Lawson is already back as we went into the back of him. A little bit of visual bugging. I thought we'd lost out. Stroll also getting through into 16th now. He's looking good. He's looking good for 15th past Ocon as well. What a move. Stroll has started very nicely indeed. Up to 15th. Alonso 10th. This is decent. Decent starts. Now how about this for a move? We've got him back. Liam Lawson, having a dismal start to the F1 2025 season, leaves the gap on the inside. Fernando Alonso, you don't give a wise man that much room. And he takes the position. P9. And now, look at these two. Sainz and Piastri. Piastri really struggling. He's on the soft tyres as well. There's a chance here that we could start to motor as we go on board. And here we go. Can we find a way? We're deploying ERS. We've already dropped Lawson by a second. We're going to have DRS down as we go round the outside of Sainz. What a move. Fernando. Maybe it's Fernando to the championship at this rate. What a move. And now we've got to focus on 7th place. Oscar Piastri, who's pulled a second. But what can we do on Alonso and Stroll together? We're going down the straight. Stroll just lost out a little bit. But here he comes off the corner. DRS, the speed. Is he going to get past Bortoletto? He's going up the inside. And he can, on exit, get a brilliant traction. And he's into 14th. Alonso battling now. It's all systems go. As we do take past Piastri. It's P7. We are a man on a mission. Stroll is also past Duan. I can't keep up. We're flying. This is the Aston Martin pace that we wanted to see. This is brilliant. This is what we wanted as we now focus on Norris, who is also on soft tyres. McLaren have gambled. Hasn't really worked out. Here we come down the straight. Can we lunge? He's going to try it. He is going to try it. And he's ahead. It's Alonso up to P6. What a move. What a start to this Chinese sprint race. P6 and P13 for Stroll. He's got Hülkenberg just ahead of him. So we're on lap 15, and the McLarens, you might have seen earlier, were absolutely fibbing with us because them soft tyres didn't look like they'd last. They were slow because they really looked after them, and you can see they're only on 54, 55 as Lawson tries to come back, and it's going from bad to worse. Alonso is now down to 10th place. This is not looking too good at all. What we're going to do is now even Stroll starts to go backwards. Oh, it's been a rough watch recently. We've just been backwards. It's not been interesting. What we've got to hope is just we've got the worst tyres apart from out front on the softs. We gambled with the mediums. We're going to push a little bit and see if we can gain this position back and maybe just close in on Sainz as well. On lap 16, we've got Stroll bang there as well. But can we squeak past Lawson? I think Lawson is going to get DRS down this straight, and he does open it, but our acceleration is so good. But we can't make a move at the moment. That Sainz, Williams blocker, in P8. Look at Norris now, by the way, P5, absolutely skated away. As the Williams gets overtaken of Sainz, moves down to 9th. And now it's a question of can we get past that car. Stroll's moved back down to 13th, fighting with Hülkenberg. It's been a good recovery drive, but it's not been what we've wanted from Stroll this weekend so far. We're only in the sprint race. He's back up to 12th. Back in nicely. And the tyres are now getting a little bit hot. But can we, off the corner, get a little bit of traction back as we close up? 3 attempts, but the problem is Sainz's DRS on Lawson. As we go into the corner, we're going to go on to the final lap soon. 1 lap after this one. And there's a crash. Yellow flag. There is the yellow flag. And it is because of the crash ahead. We've seen it. We are on board. The Williams of Sainz and Red Bull of Lawson coming together. And they just tap. And maybe there's a bit of damage or penalty coming their way. Let's attack. Let's absolutely attack. We've got no ERS. That's our problem. Stroll's 12th. He's in a bit of no man's land. But Alonso has every chance. Here's the investigation. Come on, give penalties. No penalties. Man, why? That absolutely needed a penalty. Could have been for Sainz. That would have been even better. As we come in, and we're going to make a move on Lawson. Brilliant move. Problem is, I don't think he's going to get DRS now. As down the straight we go. Absolutely push him. 1.7 seconds back to Sainz. We've got nothing. We've got no ERS. We've absolutely pushed everything we can. I'm pushing Stroll, but he's only 1.2 seconds off Albon. We are absolutely pushing it. But I don't think we're going to get there. We could have done with that Sainz penalty. Is what we could have done with. Because that would have gave us a big chance of P8. But we're only 1.2 seconds. We've got away from Lawson. We are closing though. Can we sneak a DRS? Oh, can we sneak a DRS? Will that wing open down the straight? It won't. It will. Here we go. Here we go. Into P8. Come on. What a move. Fernando Alonso. Right at the end of this race. What an overtake. He's into P8. Stroll has fought hard to get back up to P12. It's a solid drive by Lance Stroll. What a drive to get back up to 12. But Alonso with a masterclass move on Carlos Sainz at the end. Last couple of corners. Come on, we're in the points. What? Whoa, that's why we've got Fernando. It's 1 point. We steal a point from the Williams. and we achieve our first point of the season. Lance Stroll, look, up 7 places. If only he could qualify. And that leads us on to what will be qualifying next. Come on. We're back to China. Q1. Woo! What a finish. What a finish that was. And we're going to get straight back into it with qualifying for the main race. If that race is anything to go by, we have got a chance today of points with both cars. We're going to send both cars out for a flying lap. We're going to try and get a lap time on the board. Hopefully we don't get stuck too much behind cars. It's looking actually okay. Gasly should move out of the way down the straight. Might get a bit of DRS. But let's see. A 32.4 and a 32, yeah, 32.3 and a 32.4. I think we're going to have to go again as always. And there's been a red flag. Do not even tell me it's to do with me. We're okay, it looks like. Red flag in qualifying. Esteban Ocon, turn 1. See you later, Ocon. That is a Haas in the wall. 1 car out of qualifying already. And we currently are 3rd and 4th. We're going to change tyres anyway, because we've got the chance to. But Q1 set to resume. And we've got a bit of time before we go with our second run. So here we go then. We're going out for our second run. And we could argue that we don't really need to. We're 7th and 10th. But I am not leaving anything for... What the hell are these two so close for? We didn't let them out like this. They're going to be absolutely on the back of each other. What is the point of that? Luckily, we've got a bit of a gap. This is going to cost us. They've obviously got caught up in traffic. I mean, who is behind? It's Alonso behind, Stroll in front. Alonso, we cannot be improving with him, surely, in this. He has gone green, 23.6 and a 23.7. Hopefully, Alonso pushes Stroll along. Who knows? But at the minute, 9th and 12th, we're getting through in Q1. But it's pretty... I mean, we've still got a bit of... Lawson is out, by the way, 16th place. Obviously, Ocon are out. Albon's currently going out as well. And as we expect, Alonso hasn't improved down the straight. Alonso has improved. That would be the worst case. Well, I should have called it off. Why have I let Alonso pass? I should have called him in. It's not going to be good, though. Because across the line, Alonso gets up to 9th. But we're out again with Stroll. Oh my God, Lance Stroll. You can probably say he was hurt by Alonso. We got hurt on the outlap being blocked together. I didn't release them at the same time. They've obviously got caught somehow. And he's out again, Stroll. 16th place. Why? I mean, that Alonso, really, Alonso got himself through and cost Lance Stroll. Daddy Stroll will not be happy with that at all as we get set to go in Q2. It's Fernando leading the way. So here we go then in Q2. Alonso first lap on the board. We've actually gone out on used tyres because I've only got 2 sets of new softs remaining. And if we get into Q3, I generally don't want to use, again, 2 sets and be compromised in the race. So Alonso's started and first sector hasn't improved. A 23.6. It's not a million miles away. We've got about a 2.5 tenth buffer. You would expect Piastri and Russell both to come past us, really. But Bortoleto can't improve, so that's 1 car not going to be knocking us out. Wouldn't expect. Alonso improves in the middle with a 27.9. Hajar hasn't improved as well. Nor has... No, Russell has. Russell's gone to P1. We're on the edge as we go into the final few corners. We could still go out quite easily, but Alonso's going to come across the line and he's going to improve up to 7th. Fernando Alonso moves himself comfortably away from what is the zone. And who is looking out? Piastri with work to do as he comes round the final corner. In Q2, Oscar Piastri sets himself to P2. It is a top 10 shootout, which involves Fernando Alonso. Come on, Fernando. Let's do this. Come on. 3. Fernando Alonso sitting in 9th after a used tyre run. A little bit of time to find. You can see at the moment You can't see because of the outlap, but we're quite a distance off the pace. So we've got to hope that Alonso can pull something out the bag. So Alonso then will go on board for this lap. We need to find improvement. There you go. You can see the intervals already. The leader is 1.1 seconds away. Verstappen, Antonelli in second. And now, this is where it counts. Can we get ahead of Sainz, maybe? That would be good. First sector through. Green. That is what we need. 23.5. One of the fastest sectors we've done through the weekend. What can we do through the middle, though? Only a little bit to find to Norris, who is improving. Leclerc's going quick. Russell and Albon not improving. As we go through the middle, 28 flat. And Leclerc goes provisional P1. Albon can't improve. He knocks down to P5. Hamilton in the Ferrari. It's changing around. Verstappen now at the top. We're going to be the last car pretty much across the line. Maybe apart from Norris, who's behind us. We come round the final corner. Fernando Alonso. Where's he going to go? It's only going to be 9th. But Lando Norris is probably going to make us start P10. The Williams is strong in this season so far. Norris 8th. Fernando Alonso will start the race in 10th place with his teammate down in a lowly position. Fernando Alonso carrying Aston Martin, but sadly his Q3 time was only a 31.9. He was well off the pace. He did do a 31.5, the quickest time of the Q sessions for him. That still would have only been good for 10th place. But it's race time to come in China. And we have a decent start with Alonso. A lot of work to do with Mr. Stroll from the back. And what I do like to do is start on the slower compound. You might ask why, but safety car, anything like that, could be absolutely perfect to us. So we're going to just extend this out. Can I run? I can run double softs, and I'm going to do that on the basis that I'll just want that hard tyre. I know it's a little bit slower, but I just want a safety car for Stroll. So that's the setup. Now Alonso kind of needs to start on the softs. I mean, can we go to medium? Can we go to soft? I don't think we can get that strategy, or can we? It's going to be a close. Oh, it's very close if we try to do that. 5 seconds quicker. I mean, let's try that. I mean, I can't push too much, but we can push in the race, so we can try and gain some back as we go with the tyres, especially when we're in traffic. We can probably conserve a little bit and look after. So, let's ramp this up for the race start in China. 10th, 16th place. Where can we finish? Where can we get these two drivers? Stroll, can he get in the points? Can Alonso move ahead in the field? Here we go, lights out. Let's go on board with Fernando Alonso, who got a good start in Australia and ending the sprint race. Can he get early moves past the likes of the cars around him? Stroll 15th, Alonso stays 10th on this opening lap, and he's got Norris ahead of him and the ever so quick Williams of Albon, who just switches down to P9. Let's go on board. Stroll's in a nice little gap. He's kind of not pressuring anybody, but Alonso is right on the back. What we're going to do is just go standard on fuel. I want to use the ERS to keep me in, if I can. We got a bad exit. Jack Doohan, that's never good. We might have made a rookie mistake. Doohan's already got past us. That's because everybody is pushing. We're trying to, yeah, it hasn't really worked. I thought our ERS might keep us in, and it really, really hasn't. So, again, we'll have to learn as we go and what best suits this Aston Martin car. Let's go back to aggressive. And Alonso now kind of balancing down in P11. You can see he's coming back at the Alpine of Jack Doohan. Got to be getting past him. Got to be getting past him. And there we go. We're back into 10th place. Maybe some of the cars around us just dropping off their attack phases now off the start. And that is a lovely move as we go down the straight then. Can we maybe keep this at bay this time around? Stroll trying to keep off the back of Hülkenberg. And that is actually a decent position. We've got 2 cars ahead who are fighting. Norris and Albon. What other cameras can we have a look at? There we go. Down the straight. Alonso. I mean, it's kind of panning out as we expected at the moment. Stroll on the hard tyres is going to have to hope for a little bit of luck. We're going to move him down. He's going to be slow at the start. We get that. He's probably going to go backwards. But we're going to pray safety cars. That's what we're going to pray for. Alonso's got a little bit of traffic with him. Holding up. We've seen this in F1 before. But on lap 3, I think we're just outside of DRS range. As we go down the straight, DRS will open for the Alpines. And he's going to have a look. He is going to have a look. But on acceleration, we're going to keep that position. Let's go on board with Doohan so we can see what it looks like. Alonso is going to try himself to now pressure the cars in front. And he's right now tucked up behind that Williams. It's a steady start. Stroll 17th. Alonso in 10th. So on lap number 11, this is hotting up because look ahead of us. Gasly and Albon are both fighting it out from 8th and 9th. The Williams have dropped back on this race pace, which is very interesting. And now we have a chance to gain positions. We got 7th, I think it was, or 8th in the sprint for Alonso. Can we get even better? These two really fighting it out as they looked like they just touched. Had to go wide, did the Williams of Albon. Cost himself on exit. And now, can we get past the Williams of Albon into 9th? We've tried to look after tyres a little bit. We're following our tread as Stroll gets into 16th. But we're going to focus on this. That's good though, because he's on the hard tyre. That is very good, Stroll. That's what we wanted to see. Now what we're going to do is push some fuel here. Don't want to push the tyres. We want to move past. Sadly, Albon just sticking with DRS as well. Can we go up the inside? I think we can, you know. We can. We have got a nice gap as well quickly from Albon, who had to take cover. And that puts Alonso into 9th. Brilliant move as we go down the straight. Now we've got to catch Gasly and hope that we can stick in a DRS. And here comes, as we ride on board perfectly to Stroll, them green, mean, flying machines are coming through the pack. Here they go. That is what we wanted to see. That is what we wanted. And now, Stroll, on that hard tyre, can start to push as much as he can. So as we come down the straight then, lap 18, Alonso is going to come in for his first pit stop of the day, or of the 2 pit stops. He's going to come in from P9. He's done well to get to this position, but sadly now we've got a race actually with Gasly. A lot of cars now in the pits. So this could be interesting. Let's go on board with Fernando Alonso. Let's watch the crew in action. Medium tyres. And we're coming back out. We try and change the view. And we are ahead of the Alpine. Let's go. Gasly slots in behind. That is perfect. Here is, as we increase our speed, here is a chance for an attack. We are using a lot of fuel, but that is Nico Hülkenberg on 32% tyres. We absolutely need to get past him for our race. And we're going to get through already. Job done. In to P9 for Stroll. We know what happened last time he ran up the order. Yeah, let's not try that again. As Stroll now will top up. Might get attacked by Hülkenberg down the straight. Let's see if he will. He's approaching fast. Stroll defends. Great job. And here comes... Oh! He's gone softs. The Alpine has gone to softs again. So, interestingly to watch then, that one. Interestingly, that is. Sainz will come back out behind Alonso. So that is good for us as well. Although, he's on quick tyres. Let's try and get these tyres up to temperature. I think that's where Alonso is struggling. Need to try and close. And now them tyres are up to temperature. On lap 19, Stroll still going. In P8, holding his own very nicely. And we'll leave this until down the pit. Sainz is going to be a danger on these tyres. We're going to be quicker at the end of the race. And he's just going to float by, I think. Job done for the Williams. He's already ahead. And we're going to have to just watch fuel. Ah, that's going to be interesting then. So, Alonso, 12th now. And behind the Williams. Alonso 12, Stroll 8. We've got to keep it up though. Now I'm going to change the strategy on Stroll. Stroll has just dropped so far back. I probably should have pitted him when he was around P8. But as you can see, he's just tumbled down the leaderboard. From P8, P9 last time you saw, P13 for Stroll at the moment. The hard tyres, I was praying for a safety car when we were at that P8, P9 position. It hasn't materialised. So on to some faster tyres we go. About 2 seconds a lap quicker is these medium tyres. If we can get a bit of free air, we're just going to get ahead of Bortoletto. So this could still work. You could go to mediums and then soft at the end. That is what the plan of attack is. And it's still not going to be wasted. Could still be points. I mean, luckily, Alonso is not sitting too well in 12th place. That could be annoying. But this race will open up. Norris is in the pits. We'll get his tyres of Stroll's up to temperature. Like so. And we'll just get some ERS back. It's going to be interesting though. Can we clutch this back? And we've really caught up with Norris. Norris has gone on to hards. Must have had some warm-up issues though for Lando. Because he's gone really slow. The hard tyres don't seem to be working around China. That's why we struggled with Stroll early on. Stroll in a good position as well. We're attacking the McLaren. We're going to get DRS as well. Down the straight. This could be a vulnerable Lando Norris. And we've got the Williams just ahead of him now as well. Here we go. Down the straight. Can we make a move? McLaren also gets DRS annoyingly. And we're not going to make a move. It's a Williams cork bottle though at the moment. As you can see. But could it get a little bit healthier for Lance Stroll? Can we make a move? We can't. Probably should have deployed. What about down the straight? Can we move up to 15th? DRS opens to the right-hand side. We go. Inside line. It is through for Stroll. Stroll is up into 15th place. And currently Alonso still now stuck behind. Norris has got ahead of Albon. We're using a lot of fuel. Feel like we've got to get past Alex here, who is on soft tyres. And he defends well, but he's not going to defend well enough. We're through. We're back into P11. And now we've got to just do some topping up and watch the fuel. But it's P11 and P15. So there's been a crash. Yellow flag. Yellow flag sector 1. There has been a crash. Who has stacked it? Yuki Tsunoda. And the state kick Sauber. Oh, look at that. Goes off the track. Don't think we're going to get a safety car or anything though. At this point, no. Racing is back underway. We could have done with that because Sainz has caught us on the hard tyres. We're kind of going for the bit of offset, really. And we're going to try. We are going to pit this lap for brand new soft tyres. So this is the lap to make it through. Lawson has already come out the pits. We've got Tsunoda currently in, where is he? 17th with the penalty, but we are 14th. These two battling ahead. So it's all a bit in the air. I mean, we're only going to drop back to around 15th place for Stroll. And then he's going to come back on the soft tyres. So he's going to be pretty quick. Alonso's going to be quick on these soft tyres because you can see the tyres now. Look, there you go. Sainz, 87% hards. We are going to drop down. We've been fighting with the Williams. That seems to be our battle at the moment. And now we're going to come into the pits with Alonso. Oh, well, thought we was. Here we are. It's just that I was watching Stroll. I was watching the Williams, wasn't I, actually, of Sainz. So in we come. Good stop needed. Not bad. Could be better. 2.7. Stroll continues on. He's got probably a lap pit stop coming up. And it's going to be in clear air for Alonso as well. Let's get the push on for a lap or two and try and close these gaps. Hamilton fastest. Leclerc leading the race at the moment. Alonso's going to be so quick on these tyres though. So quick. You can see these two here currently going round. We've just got to make sure he does not fight his teammate. Probably would be a good time to get some softs on for Stroll. Because Alonso absolutely flying. And here he comes through. We're going to just keep on using everything just to close the gap. Because that's what we need to do. Stroll, what sort of lap time? Well, pit time, sorry. 2.6. Okay. But we got work to do, Aston Martin. Work to do. Ocon we're going to be ahead of. 15th, we called it. Absolutely called that one. Let's get them tyres up to speed. We've used a lot of these tyres already. We're going to literally just do a fast lap for Alonso. Just to see what sort of pace we have got. No fastest lap point this season. I mean, we've done pretty fast lap, pretty fast sectors, as you'd expect. We're going to have to look after the tyres, though, at some point. And we do the fastest lap of the race. There you go. 1:33.5. It's nice to feel a bit of pace in the car. Very nice. But what can we do with Stroll as well? Plenty of racing with 12 laps to go. God, that's gone quick. So our fight continues. And here is our next fight. Alonso, lap 46, 2 laps later, already on the back of Alex Albon. Stroll, also on the back. There's just racing everywhere to go on at the moment. We need a side-by-side view. But are we going to reap rewards? Are we going to get... It's going to be tough to catch some of these cars ahead. Stroll round the outside of Jack Doohan into 14th. As now we go down the straight, hard tyre of Albon. And we are going to get 11th. So now we are one place out of the points. We've got a medium tyre Gasly and a hard tyre for Carlos Sainz. Can we, with 10 laps to go, catch a points-paying position? Here is the fight. We've gave it a bit of everything with 3 laps to go. Alonso is now 3 tenths behind the points position of Gasly. We've used a lot of tyres, and that's going to be a problem, I think. But with 3 laps to go, we've told the DRS to hello, son, and to see if we can make a move. Kill Alpine's hearts as we move in. Do we? Yes, we do. To P10 for Fernando. Great little move. That is what we needed. We're kind of stuck with Stroll in P14. But we've got to get a bit of a gap here to Gasly. He's going to come back at us. I feel like we've pushed these tyres so hard to get P10 that it might be game over. We might not be able to defend this. We need to pull out a second. I don't think it's... I mean, we could do with DRS from this RB, if I'm honest. And it might be the case that we get it. That could be a lifesaver. Could be an absolute lifesaver. Will we get DRS? We do. That is what we needed. What do we got? Stroll still 3.5 seconds off. We're fighting hard. Lap 55. We are on. Holding on to a point again for Alonso. Gasly is going to fight us all the way, though. Don't you worry. But we got to just keep out of a second. As already they're on the final lap out front.
Charge on.
We got to keep ahead of Gasly, who's dropped 2 seconds now. But our tyres are going to get to around 30%. This could be tough. But we've got a big gap all of a sudden. Let's again top up. A lot of micromanaging. Stroll looks set in 14th after a difficult weekend again. To be disappointed, them hard tyres didn't work, but we took the gamble. And now as we start the final lap, P10 for Fernando. Can we get a point? Another point for Aston Martin would be great. As we try and push leaps and bounds. Verstappen brings it home for Red Bull. P1. Hamilton gets on the podium as well as Russell. Leclerc chasing him home. But we focus on this battle because it's Albon now closing the gap. It's only 1.1. Stroll has finished. He got lapped, remember. Alonso holding on because here comes
So just remember when you come
Albon.
P1, wait 3 seconds, and then P0.
Come on, Don't kill me now. We killed the Alpine on the last corner last time. We're going to push everything. No! Defend! Oh, no! They've done us at our own game. We've just missed out. We just miss a point here. It's not. We are overperforming, I feel. Williams are good. But I tell you what, that is a disappointment. We should have maybe stuck a bit of defending on. There's signs. There's encouragement that we can battle for victory. Victories if we count top 10. We are nowhere near victories at the moment. A lot of work to do. A lot of work. Lawson was up 10. Alonso sadly down 1. Again, Lance Stroll coming from towards the back. We'll be disappointed with them hard tyres taking P14. We've got to find some performance though. Verstappen out front in the drivers. We are not looking too good at the moment. We are in P6. We've got to close to Williams as a target to finish P5. Luckily, the points are not too dramatic. Alonso got us a good pit stop. So 15 points for the fastest pit stop. And that is a good because that championship means that we move up to a nice 4th position. Race targets both achieved. Contract bonus didn't get it, but 15th, 16th, we get some coinage in the bank. That is good. That is good for us. But it's difficult. It's a difficult start to life for Aston Martin. Stroll's not performing. Alonso's trying to rag around a horse cart, it seems. But he's not a million miles away from cementing himself in that top 10. Alonso's showing why he's the driver he should be. Stroll may be showing why he is the driver he is. But we've got Japan next for race number 3.